What's up, everyone? My name is Riesel. I was top 500 Overwatch. I'm currently Celestial 3 in Marvel Rivals. And if you want me to make a free coaching video for you like this, just drop your match ID, your username, or the character you played, and I will make a video like this and post it right to my YouTube. So all you have to do is just leave a match ID, and then I'll get to your video probably one day after you post the comment. So if you would like a video like that for you, leave a comment. What's up, chat? Today I'm going to be watching Chase play Loki. He's the rank number... No, I'm watching Seth play Loki. He's top 10 player. I think he's number 6. It'll be in the title, so... But, like, I've been wanting to play more Loki, so... Okay. What he just did right there that I think not a lot of Loki players do is he wanted another clone, but he doesn't want to use this one because this one you can use for a bunch of stuff. So he uses his right click. He went invisible to place a clone, which I think is very, very good. Something that I need to start doing again. Because it's really not that good of a get-out-of-jail-free card tool. Like, the teleport's so much better. And then he immediately goes to high ground. Yeah, Loki does very, very well on high ground, and then he immediately uses the right-click again to place more clones. Because Loki falls off a little bit when people shoot his clones, so it's very, very important that you keep your clones up, and the only way you can do that is by using every way you can place clones. And, like, the easiest way of doing that would be through the right-click as well. Copies the Luna, uses the ult. Like, yeah, he's just matching. Like, are they playing triple support? No, they're just playing 2 support ults. Yeah, he keeps using the right click. I need to use the right click more because, like, the reason he's doing that so much is he always wants to have his E. He wants to have this ability right here so he can use his shift. His shift is it's a mini support ultimate. Like, it's actually so good. You see that? He tried to place his E up there and then shift it, but it didn't work. Loki also breaks shields very, very well. So if you see a shield up and you have 3 clones, shoot the shield. Loki also builds his ultimate so fast. Like, look at the ult charge. He just gains like 10% in like 10 seconds. That's so fat. But you see how he placed his left shift immediately? He immediately looked to counter. So okay, this is interesting. They're doing a portal, so he sets up 2 clones so that he's able to shoot through it. Ah, it's a bad portal. That would have been very, very cool. He shifts. And so now they have Loki ult as well. Yeah, he's going to use it. So Loki ult should always go first, just because it's a little bit harder to use because you have to... Oh, King Bob just nuked that dude. It's a little bit harder to use because you have to copy someone for it. Alright, let's see who sets up on this point. But wow, he keeps using that right click. Like, that's why watching these players even play for like a minute to 2 minutes, you will learn more about your character than like playing for 10 hours. Because, like, obviously I knew that was something you could do, but, like, I haven't done it to the extent he's done it. And, like, I like it. I think it's smart. Because you might as well just use your E and your F to get away, your clone, and then your swap. But you see how he always has a clone ready to use, so use that left shift. So he has ultimate here, but they're Luna ults. I mean, this is kind of just ult dump fest. So what he just did there is, if you didn't know, on Loki, why am I yawning? I don't get it. I don't get it, chat. Ugh, I like have a tick to yawn. I don't get it. He swapped to Luna and then starts healing as Luna, and then he's going to use his ultimate, because if you look at the timer, you see the timer went right back up to 15 seconds. And look at that. So he got that's just an Eye of Agamotto, like it's gonna kill people. But like you see how that was very influential. Like he got time as Luna and he got time as the time with the ultimate as well. And they cleaned up the fight. It's good stuff. I think you also get a little bit of overhealth whenever you use your right click. I think you get 50 overhealth, which is something I did not know. No, I don't know how he keeps getting to 300 HP with like overhealth and overhealth. Oh my god, I can't talk. And I don't know how. I mean, their team loses, like. But you see how he's always looking to back up. Like, how do I open the bird's eye? So, like, he's always playing in the back line. Like, as their front line's walking up, he's responding to what they're doing. Like, he's never... Like, a lot of support players on this point would have just sat right here and, like, let them enemy team walk at them. And, like, they would have just died and staggered themselves. But instead, he backed up. He ended up dying anyway because these players are good. These are the best players in the world. But if they weren't the best players in the world, most people probably would have... He probably would have been safe to be back there. And then they would have had a recontest. He would have had a bit... Loki could have put a clone on, teleported in, pressed his shift, stalled point, went invisible, gone out back. Like, it just gives him more options just to be alive. Like, the biggest piece of advice I can give to anyone in this game is purely just to not die. Value your life 30 times more than you ever value the killing an enemy. Obviously, there are exceptions and stuff. Like, that's not like a one-to-one rule, but a lot of players would do a lot better if they always tried to survive. They were always worried about living instead of worried about killing people, especially DPS players. Supports are pretty good at it, but like I would say a good piece of advice for supports would be to look for more kills, look for more playmaking opportunities, look for things that are going to make the difference in the game. You can't just heal. If you can't just heal bot every game and then get mad when you go 50-50, like of course you are. You have no impact on the game. Anyone can do this. What he's doing right now, anyone can do. But what he does do differently is he always has that shift ready. He always has that E ready. He always has these tools that he's able to use to save people. He always has these bailout buttons. As a DPS, you should never, or tank, you should never expect to get bailed out by your supports. But when you do, it's always a good thing. You should never expect it, but when it happens, it's always amazing. Copies, ults, like, pretty standard. This is going to allow them to... This is why triple support's very, very good. They're not even playing triple support, but the concept of triple support is so good. Is because now they can... Dude, why... Oh, it's middle mouse. Okay, I figured it out. Like... They are able to... You see how they're also holding a corner? This is high-level gameplay. They always hold the corner, so if this tank needs to heal up, he can go over here, get healed by the supports, or he can play on the cart right here and get healed. Like, he has options. He can play here. He has a lot of options on where he could play. This is a very defensive position, and let's say the only way they're going to break through this is with ultimates. Like, they cloak and dagger ult through here, and they're probably going to get... They could get through. And then what would the tanks do? What would the team do? Everyone backs up, and you play it right here. You play right there. Like, you have to be... This is a game of push and pull. People don't realize that. This is all push and pull. And ultimates allow you to push, and they allow you to pull. So, instead of having to tie this back to the ultimate, instead of having to have his tank back up and concede this position and concede this space, because you would rather be here than here, because this is like this is last fight territory. Like, this is like if they win one fight, they win the game. So he pops Luna. He also popped Luna because this guy ulted. There's a number of reasons, but this is a very, very good ultimate for a number of reasons. That's kind of why I wanted to highlight that ultimate. Especially when you're on defense and you're this close to the end. you have a lot of what's the word? The Loki clones keep giving him resets, which kind of sucks, but your respawn timers are much faster because you have a shorter walk, effectively. But you see, look at the flow. Look at the flow of the battle. They pushed, they pull. They push, they pull. He pulls back. But now his team, they have no ultimates to make any plays, so they need to... They got to do something. I don't know. I don't know. They just killed a bunch. Sparker's insane. How many kills does this dude have? 12 and 5. I'm surprised. The Loki is 6 and 3. And like, if you want to get better at healer, don't look at healing numbers. Healing numbers don't really mean a lot. Because anyone, like in bronze, I could get 50,000 healing because people take so much damage. Okay, here we go. Okay, so they're running the same composition. Again, he keeps using that. Thank you to the person who told me to stop showing this menu. Ever since you said that, I've been I've been trying to be good about it. That's high IQ, chat. I like that. Breaking the floor to drop them down. That's some Fortnite. That's some Fortnite shit. That's some Fortnite gameplay. So this is the first time I've seen him not have a clone. But he's taking more aggressive angles than most supports. Most supports would have just been back here. Most team fights on this map kind of just go like this. We're both gonna walk at each other, and the tanks are gonna trade right here. And so what does he do? He puts himself in a position where how many people can he see? Loki can see his one tank, his DPS, his other support. He's in a really, really good spot, and the only person that can see him and or break his clones would be Deppy. Would be this Doctor Strange right here. And like this guy's kind of dealing with him. He can't just like freely shoot the clones. He can't freely shoot Loki. And so this is good tank gameplay to understand that this guy wants to do something, but he eventually has to play defensive, go up. Yeah. Okay, wait, let's go back a little bit. Let's go back. So drops clone again. So now he has 2 active clones healing that dude and doing damage. And like he's always looking to splash. You always want to splash the ground. You don't want to direct. Like you can direct shoot people, but like if you splash people, it's easier to heal and damage people, if that makes sense. How does he keep getting this overhealth, chat? Like I don't get it. I was making sure. I've recorded so many of these and like not been recording. I like this clone placement a lot. That's very, very good. So he's like, yeah, he's totally fine to duel this guy. Loki is the Baptiste of the support role. If you have your shift up, if you have clones up, you can duel anyone. Obviously, I was like, not anyone. Like a Thor might be a tough duel. Like there's obviously some people that you don't want to duel, but like he has so many tools to stay alive, and he does. Oh my god, he does so much damage when he has 3 clones up. Like even just 2. People highly underestimate support. Same with Luna Snow. Like Luna Snow has very good dueling potential. Damn, okay, yeah, I need to be doing that as often as possible. Because there are times when you need clones and you don't have anything. Oh, you just fed that dude. That's a hard counter to the Magneto is if you press your shift. Like Loki shift is so good. Don't underestimate this ability. But you need to learn the times when it's very, very good. Like he doesn't use it a lot, but when he uses it, it's good. He saves it for when he needs it. That's just free value, break the shield. Okay, so he's setting up. A lot of people, a lot of supports, correct me if I'm wrong, would probably just do what this Luna's doing and just stand right here and just shoot down the choke. But, okay, that's exactly what he did. Okay, I'm an idiot. I'm just trying to be, like, analytical when it's just, like, that's just nothing. There's nothing to be analytical about that. I thought he was going to go over here and, like, take a different position. So he has shift ready. He also has this ready. He has so many... Loki has so many denial tools to the point where the enemy team always has to be thinking about, oh, like, let's say you're this Bucky. You're this dude. You need to be thinking about, oh, shit, what does the enemy team have that can counter me? They have a Loki ultimate. They have a Loki shift. They have all of these tools. That's why Loki's so good. Is he's like a hybrid triple support. Like he has an ultimate on a 30-second cooldown. Doesn't counter every ultimate, but it counters a well-placed shift can counter a lot of stuff, especially when there's 3 of them stacked up like that. Yeah, and so here he's not looking to heal, he's looking to do damage. Do damage, do damage, do damage. Find times to weave in damage. It builds your ultimate faster too. It builds both. I mean, healing builds it too, but it's... So he doesn't know where they are. He's going to shoot into, like, the left and right of the cart. Because he knows he's not on top of the cart. And then he takes... Their team kind of wins the fight. Let's go back. This is good. This is a good thing to highlight. So, their team is winning. They're fighting. They're fighting. Their Storm pops ultimate. He hears their team pop Eye of Agamotto. He's not going to be the focus of anyone here, so he's going to take an aggressive spot and look to do damage. Like, he's not healing. He's not healing. He's doing damage. There was a Luna ult, but, like, even still, even if there wasn't a Luna ult, the right play there will always be to do damage. How does he keep getting the overhealth, chat? I don't get it. Am I just, like, not paying attention? Oh, I understand now. It's the team up with... It's the team up with Hella. That's how he's getting it. Puts a clone on the payload. He has 2 clones ready to go. He doesn't know where he needs to put them yet, so he's going to save them. He also doesn't really need them. He saw someone was critical. He uses his shift. And this is very, very good. If you're going to copy someone's ultimate, use your shift. Use it, use it, use it. There's no reason to save it. It's a 30-second cooldown. You're going to have it back up around the time when you come out of ultimate. Especially if you do something like this, where he goes Luna, presses shift. He's probably going to use his shift, and then, yeah, his shift is over. He's using as many abilities, as much value as possible. He swapped to damage a little bit too, which I think is good. He pops another right-click clone. He's using these right-click clones all the time. He's only used the right-click to, like, try to survive one time. He might teleport on this dude. I would have made some plays. I would have teleported on that guy. I'm so paranoid I'm not going to be recording now. I mean, yeah, that's just great gameplay. He went 14-3, 17 assists, 1 final hit. He had the most healing, and he had a good amount of damage blocked, and, like, he was contributing to kills. That was very, very good gameplay, chat. What are the biggest takeaways from that? What are the biggest takeaways? The biggest takeaway that you can immediately... Anyone can do this. Anyone can apply this to their gameplay. This is nothing hard. This isn't... What's the word? This is not a hard thing to do. It's just to purely change the way you play. It's hard to get better aim training. It's hard to hit more shots. It's hard to do all this stuff. One thing he did that any Loki player can do is just drop right-click clones. when you're when you're safe. Obviously, I think it's a little cherry picked because of how good his teammates are and how good he is. He understands when he's safe and when he understands when he's not safe. But I think the point still stands. Anyone can do that. Anyone can press right click more or left trigger more. You can add that to your game the next time you play. And one little piece of advice to anyone that wants to add stuff to their gameplay is you have to, if you keep falling back into these habits of not doing this stuff, the easiest and most effective way, in my opinion, obviously this is my opinion, is to spend the whole day, like let's say tomorrow you play Marvel Rivals. The whole day you play, the only thing you care about, you don't care about winning, you don't care about losing, you don't care about staying alive, you don't care about anything other than I'm going to use my right click correctly and I'm going to place clones with it. That's it. That's all you're going to do. That's it. And that is, you're going to sacrifice a day of your gameplay. You're probably going to lose, but the next day you play, when you can add that to your bag of tricks, you're going to thank yourself for taking I don't know how long, I don't know. It doesn't matter how long you play. It's building these small little habits. Humans build habits on these small little repetitions. Like, wake up every day, you brush your teeth. Every time you wake up, if you've been doing that your whole life, when you wake up, you have to brush your teeth. Why? Because you've been doing it for so long. You have to start building these habits. You have to build habits, good habits. These games are all habits. Anyone can be high rank in this game. You don't have to have good aim. Like, the biggest thing holding you back from being a top Counter-Strike player is having good aim. You don't need good aim in this game. You can play Hulk and have a melee character. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, this is why hero shooters are the most accessible genre of game of all time. It's not you're not constrained by your mechanical skill. You're only constrained by your game sense. It's fully a game of game sense. Depending on your characters, obviously, we're at the highest rank, and this Hela kind of just shoots people and they die. Obviously, it's super important. If you're very, very good at aiming, you're going to be better than most people. But not everyone's that good at aiming. It's very, very rare. If you're that good at aiming, you're just in the highest rank. Like, it's that simple. So, the piece of... Actually, nah, I mean, Shroud was never able to get past, like, Diamond in Overwatch. But besides the point, I'm kind of yapping at this point. If you have any questions or, like, want me to do a video like this for you, let me know.